Hello everyone, I'm Akshita. I'm here to present the topic current account convertibility, and one more topic is exchange rate convertibility. Before we moving to the current account convertibility, let me know the meaning of currency convertibility. Currency convertibility means currency of a country can be freely converted into foreign exchange at market determined rate of exchange. That is the rate determined by demands and supply of currency to different countries. In India, there are some dealers whose job is facilitating the services of exchanging the currency of one country into another. Mostly, those are commercial banks who act as the dealers of exchange. Convertibility of currency allow you to go there and convert your Indian rupees into whatever currency you want. Currency convertibility can be classified by three categories, that is the fully convertible, and the second one is the partially convertible, and the third one is the non convertible. In currency convertibility, there will be a two type. First one is the current account convertibility, and the second one is the capital account convertibility. I will be only taking the current account convertibility. Meaning of current account. Current account is a person's bank account which you can take money out of at any time using your checkbook or cash card. A country's current account is a different in value between its export and imports over a particular period of time. Current account is a person's bank account. You can take money at any time with the check or cards. What is the meaning of current account convertibility? Current account convertibility refers to the freedom to convert your rupees into other international accepted currencies and vice versa without any restrictions whenever you make payment. Current account convertibility allows free inflows and outflows for all purpose other than for capital purpose. Current account convertibility allows the exports and imports to convert the currencies into foreign exchange for all the trade related purpose. Current account convertibility in Indian economy tells that as a part of the economic reforms introduced during the and after 1991, Government of India has initiated step to all partial convertibility of rupees into foreign currency under liberalized exchange management schemes in which 60% of all receipts on current account could be converted freely into rupees at market determined exchange rate quoted by authorized dealers. Whenever the remaining 40% should be surrendered to the Reserve Bank of India at the rate determined by it. Here, current account transactions includes export and import of all goods and services. This 40% of foreign currency full was meant for fulfilling the foreign exchange needs of government and to make the payment for the import of essential commodities by the government. That's why this was called as a dual exchange rate system. Later in 1993, Full current account convertibility was allowed by the government to provide the full conversion of foreign receipts on current account into Indian rupees. Let me know the some of the advantages of current account convertibility. First one, facility to send the foreign earnings to India freely. It means current account convertibility allows you to receive and convert the earnings sent by your family members working in abroad without going under a complex procedure as earlier. Second one, flourishing the international trade. It means current account convertibility leads to smoother exchange of foreign exchange into domestic country and vice versa. This helps in integrating the trade activities among different countries of the world. It enhances the international trade relations between the countries and remove the exchange barriers. Third one is import and exports can be done at higher rates determined by the market. Earlier, when there was a no free current account convertibility, one needs to surrender either some portion of their foreign exchange receipts or should convert it into Indian rupees at the rate determined by RBI. Usually, the rate determined used to be less than the rate determined by the market. Here, current account convertibility allows you to convert your foreign exchange at the rate determined by the market, which is more higher than free determined rates. Next concept is exchange rate convertibility. Exchange rate means the rate at which the country is exchanged for another currency is known as a exchange currency or exchange rate. Exchange rate convertibility. The prices of a nation's currency in terms of another currency. It is the value of currency measured against the foreign currency. An exchange rate those has two components, the domestic currency and a foreign currency. Exchange rate means the value of other country's currency when compared with our own is the exchange rate. This is mostly useful while traveling because we require the local currency for purchasing and other activities. An exchange rate is a right way through which an activity managed either one currency with the respects to other currency. Those it is like the price that you pay for an assets. Here they here the only differences is the price that you use to buy the current currency. Types of exchange rate. There are the three types of exchange rate. First one is an fixed exchange rate. And second one floating or flexible exchange rate. Third one is managed float. First we know the first fixed exchange rate. This is where a government maintains a given exchange rate over a period of time. This could be for a few months or even year. In order to maintain the exchange rate at the stated level government In order to maintain the exchange rate at the started level, government used physical and monetary policies to control the aggregate demand. Fixed exchange rate means the rate that are directly convertible towards other currencies are called fixed rate. Also, in case of different currencies, there is a currency board arrangements where it is backed by the domestic currencies against the one to one foreign reserves. Some of the determinations of fixed exchange rate. First one, in a fixed exchange rate, system of XR is set by the government or central bank at a particular rate. And next one, the force of supply and demand do not determine the rate. The central bank holder reserves of USA dollars and intervenes in order to keep the exchange rate pegged at that level known as the official rates. And second one is floating or flexible exchange rate. A floating exchange rate regime is very where the rate of exchange is determined purely by the demand and supply of that currency on the foreign exchange market. The most common regime today that is adopted in most countries are floating exchange rate, mostly using the yen, dollars, euro, and British pounds, the different types of currencies that fall under these categories. Also, in this case, central banks of respective countries interviews the frequently in order to avoid the depressions or appreciation. Determination of floating exchange rate. The value of a currency is allowed to be determined by the force of demand and supply of the foreign exchange market. There is a no government intervention. Any changes in supply or demand for a currency will cause a depreciation or appreciation in the exchange rate. An increasing in demand for the local currency causes in it, it to appreciate or rises. However, if there is a greater demand for the foreign currency, the value of the local currencies falls or depreciated to the foreign currency. Next one is managed float exchange rate. This is where the currency is broadly managed by the force of demand and supply, but the government taken actions to influence the rate of changes in the exchange rate. Is a international financial environment in which the exchange rates fluctuated from day to day. But certain banks attempt to influence their country's exchange rate by buying and selling the currencies to maintain a certain range. Determinations of managed float exchange rate. The central bank seeks to stabilize the exchange rate which the predetermined range for a given period of time but does not fit it at any particular level. This allows for policymakers the benefits of planning with some degree of certainty for the macroeconomic affairs of a country. Central bank intervenes to smooth out ups and downs in the exchange rate of home currencies own to its one advantage. Next we know the factors influencing exchange rate. First one, interest and inflation rates means inflation is the rate at which the cost of goods and services over time. Interest rates indicate the amount charged by banks for borrowing money. These two are linked by the facts that people tends to borrow and spend more when the interest rates are low, which results in increase in cost. Second one, current account deficit. The current account is the balance of trade between a country and its trading partners. It describes the differences in value between the goods and services traded with the other countries. If a country buy more than it sells, then the balance of trade is deficit. Next one is government debt. This is the total national or public debt owned by the central government, a country with the larger amount of government debt is less likely to attract the foreign investments and acquires the foreign capital leading to inflation. Fourth one, terms of trade. Terms of trade is the ratio of export price of the country to its import price. When export prices of a country rises at a greater rate than its import prices, its terms of trade improved. And next one, economic growth or economic performances. One of the main factors that affects the economic performances of a country is its political stability. Such stability also directly affected the financial and trade policy, thus eliminating any uncertainty in the value of its currency. Next one is recession. During recession, a currency interest rates are likely to fall, those decreasing its chances to acquire the foreign capital. And last one is speculation. Investors demand more of a country's currencies when its value is expected to rise, so as to make a profit in the near further. As a result, the value of the currencies rises due to its increasing demand, which is termed to results in the rising in the exchange rate as well. Finally, I would like to conclude this topic. Exchange rate, those an uncontrollable given to an individual transactions, are themselves determined by interacting supplies and demands for foreign exchange. It is shifts in those supply and demand schedules that gives rises to price, that means exchange rate changes. Thank you.